Hey guys, welcome back to Minecraft episode 17, and this week I've been working on finally getting some sort of quick transportation up into the mountain, and I've implemented a piston elevator, or sticking with the old zippervator sort of naming regime, we could call this the pistivator. I don't know if that'll catch on, but yeah, maybe we'll call it the Pistivator for the moment. And this is based on a design by Tsskyx, and it's basically similar to every other piston elevator design as far as I know. But it allows you to go both up and down, so fingers crossed it won't break. There we go. That's without me touching anything other than the button, so it actually pushes you back out up the top, so that's good. And then if you want to go down again, you just hit this button, step onto the pads, and you go all the way back down. I put in a little glass thing so that it's a bit more entertaining. It's actually 2 layers of glass, and I haven't lit the middle of that thing at all, so I'm kind of assuming that we'll get some creepers and things spawning in there. I haven't seen anything like that yet, but when it happens, we'll deal with it. Yeah, so moving back up the top to the other stuff that we've done. So the enchanting table, which I worked this out before or whilst I was editing the last episode. So you would have seen a little pop-up message just as I was showing you guys it. Initially, having all the pads there, the pressure pads, meant that the bookshelves don't actually function. I didn't realize that. I don't know if that used to be a thing. I'm sure this is just a similar design to what I used to have, but I just put it in, so we just got the one there, and it means that you just stand on there if you want the full enchanting value, and then you can just stand here if you don't want the bookshelves. So that's another thing, probably the most major thing, and it's pretty boring, but I've finished this tunnel, sort of, I assume. It goes all the way through to the other side. So this intermediary first part of the mountain here, I've burrowed this out, and this is where we'll eventually put a potions room. I built it so that I could put in the pocket-sized potions room that we did in the original series, but I know you can get much more efficient ones by Etho and other people. The only thing with them is they don't look quite as cool to me, just like all the little switches. So I still kind of, like, I want to use the more efficient one because it kind of does it a lot more itself, and I don't have to worry about what I'm doing as much. But I still like the feeling of the old sort of, hundreds of levers flipping around thing. And as far as I know, it still works. So if you guys have any input on that, I'd love to hear it, because I haven't made my mind up on it yet. This side, I'm guessing I'll probably make into the redstone testing room, but it's kind of large, but not super large, so it'll be big enough for it. And I don't know whether I'm going to implement some sort of multiple levels thing, because obviously the mountain keeps going up, and I won't need the entire height of it for the redstone testing room. And yeah, so I've continued the tunnel down here. We've got some more options to build rooms along here. Still not really sure. I need to find that list again of what I wanted to put into the mountain, and we can decide from there. And then down the end here, I've just kind of capped it off with some glass, because whilst I could continue down there, like past that little pile of gravel there is just sort of more forest. So I don't know whether I want to, use this courtyard here for anything, or I don't know. We'll work it out. Another thing I could do is run a rail down here, but having had... Oh, I need some food. And I don't have any. Oh, I'll have to... Well, I have a raw chicken for the moment, but I'll go and get some food. But one thing... Oh, that's given me some... Yep. Anyway, that'll be fine. One issue with the rail is that it's kind of... I don't feel like it's long enough to really need a rail. Oh, and the other thing with the elevator is I couldn't get it to work with horses. You're supposed to be able to use horses in piston elevators as well if you extend them a bit. But I did some testing in my other world, and I just couldn't get it to work. And I thought, no, I'll leave it for the moment. I do actually have other ways to get horses up. Mainly, I really need to get hunger. Hang on, I'll come back to that point. Hold that point. Hold that thought. Even though there's a video of Doc M doing it when he was testing horses, but maybe he had a slightly different design. I didn't really look into it enough, and I just kind of thought, no, I'll deal with it because I have the other way up here with horses, which is there's the little tunnel I built that goes from the bottom of the village there into the courtyard, and then I've got ways from the courtyard up into here. The first way, which I kind of just needed a way down, was I built these stairs here, and I kind of think I mean, I could implement like a slime dropper thing somewhere, which could be fast, but I kind of still like the concept of, moving up and down stairs every once in a while and not using these complex elevator things. I've cleaned up the courtyard a little bit, leveled it out, and I built this kind of little like flower bed thing here, which I've only half done. It kind of looks a bit weird at the moment, but I just thought there's nothing really I can put there, so I'll do that for the moment. I've put in the iron bars along here as I wanted to, so I've got the viewing platform out here. So that's kind of done. I haven't capped it off over here, but I just haven't decided where I want it to end, so probably somewhere around here, but I can sort that out later. So today what I thought we would do is get onto building some of the farms, the automated farms in the courtyard, or mainly just one, because I haven't decided whether I want to go fully automatic with the villager farms, wheat farms and things, or whether I want to just do a semi-automatic thing with pistons. It would obviously be easier if I used villagers, but I haven't done enough testing with them yet, so I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to do yet with that. So what I thought we'd do today is install a chicken, a bit like the old crusher system that I had in the first series, but this time I'm using someone's design so that I can actually get a decent sort of system. So we'll drop over to the testing world now where I've built some of them, and we'll have a look at them. Okay, so this is xisumavoid's cooked chicken farm, and this is the second iteration, which was improved by his mate, JB589. And so basically, these are very small and compact, and if you install them properly, you can actually scale them. So this is two of them next to each other. The first issue I had when I did that was that some of the redstone was passing from one to the other, and it was triggering the dispensers in here. And so I worked that out by just making sure the blocks, there were no blocks between the redstone elements. So basically, it's a very simple design. I haven't actually really used it to I don't think it's produced anything yet, but I know how it works, and I have faith that it will work. Basically, what happens is up here you have two different sections for the chickens. This first one is where you have all of your cedar chickens, which are basically, they're just there to lay eggs, and they lay eggs into a hopper, which goes into a dispenser, and as soon as an egg goes into the dispenser, it pushes it out into this chamber, and at the same time, the other dispenser pushes out lava for a brief second. Now, the way the baby chickens are in there, they don't get affected by the lava, but when they grow up into full-size chickens, they get cooked by the lava and drop their meat and feathers into here, all cooked and ready to go. So that theoretically, that's how it works. As I said, I have faith in it, and as I said before, you can scale them up too. So what I thought we'd do is we'd probably start by building one, but we can build them underneath the deck in the mountain, just in the courtyard underneath the stairs. And we could probably scale up to 3 of them, which you probably don't really need more than one, or I don't anyway, but that's one cool thing you could do. So if I've counted this right, what we need is 2 dispensers, 2 hoppers, 2 redstone, 2 torches, 1 comparator, 19 building blocks of our choice, 19 half slabs, 2 glass, 1 chest, and at least 1 carpet. And they're 3 by 6. So if I'm not going to build it out of wood, but I just want to check out of interest how many we could get here. So the depth doesn't actually matter. It's more just the... Do we want to build them right up to the stairs? Probably not. So if we start, say, in line with this block here, you could go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So you could comfortably fit 3 of them there and still have a bit of an open area here. Okay guys, so I've got most of the things. I do need to I've just dropped down into the mine because I do need some more iron, which is always a good thing to have. So this will just take me a few minutes. But the complicated thing is, having not used a comparator yet, or not in this world anyway, I forgot that you need nether quartz for it. I will double check that there is no other way to make it, but it looks like we may have to go to the nether today. Okay, so I've done my double check and I have everything here that I need to build the, I think I'm going to call it the roaster this time instead of the crusher, and except for the comparator, which of course we need nether quartz for. So I think I've got all of the things in my inventory that I'm going to need to go to the nether, get some nether quartz and get the hell back here. So we'll do that now. I put another chest here because this is my dump chest, where I probably should come up with a different name for that. The dump chest doesn't sound great, but it's where I, put all the stuff when I come back in from a long, hard day of mining, and I need to clean it out every now and then, and I definitely don't want to put all of those things in there too. Oh yes, and the other thing is I've decided to build it out of polished diorite because chickens are white. I don't know, I've just decided that's the material to use, and we'll go with white stained glass again. Again, because chickens are white. I'm not being racist, it's just the truth. Whoop. Okay. Alright, here we go. Into the nether. We need to go deeper. Okay. First things first, don't kill pigmen. Now, where the hell do you get the ore? Oh. Okay. Well, that's convenient. I'm gonna skip doing the, full tour of the nether today. I think, maybe next episode we'll get a bit deeper into here, but just want to get myself some of this and then get out. Oh, wow. Oh, I didn't realize that had spawned me on the lava. Okay, we need to do something about that, because holy shit. I'm gonna screw that up at some stage. Terribly, terribly screw it up. Ooh. I really need a fence or something. Oh well. I'll have to be careful and deal with that later. Let's get out of here. Let's get the hell out of here. And there. Okay. So let's just go to sleep. And then we will go back and build our thingy. But at least it only fails when you're on the ground and not hard. Whoa! Holy shit. Holy shit. Okay. That's a lighting problem. That's a lighting problem right there. No. No. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. Bakamo. There we go. Okay, that's something I'm going to have to look into. We'll deal with that a bit later. Let's hope we haven't got any under here, because I know this isn't well lit either. Don't use this as a tutorial. Go to the actual one, which I'll put a link to in the description. And I'll also have a link to the elevator tutorial in the description too, if you want to use that. The Pistovator. But yeah, this will just be me. This is more for entertainment purposes, so you can see how badly I screwed this up. So we've got our base floor there. We want to put our chest in here. Then I believe we want our hoppers, which are there. So we want one hopper going into the chest there. You want to put a half slab on top. Then we want, if I put that there, then we want to put our dispensers here and here. And I believe we can remove this block. This is a very simple design, as I've said before, so you shouldn't actually have any issues with it, but I undoubtedly will. Now we want to put in our famous comparator, or comparator, or however you say it, there. I believe we don't need to put it on negative or whatever, so we just leave it as is. We put one block there, put a redstone there, and then we need, I think it's one there and one there, perhaps? Perhaps? I don't know. Yeah, so this is where it gets a bit more interesting. I think if I put one there and remove that. And then, I think we need a square of it there, like that, so that should be good. Want a torch there. And I think if we put one redstone there and one there, I think that's actually it, as far as I know. What we'll do is we'll build up the rest of it so that we can test it. And yeah, so we just need some glass there. Before I forget, we'll stick our lava bucket in the top dispenser there. Let's double check that's the right one. Yes. Want to build this up here. I don't think we're going to need access to this side, so that should be alright. I can put a block there. And we want one there. And remove that because that's whoop. Okay, well that's working, so that's cool. Now this is where we want to put a carpet there. And we want to put, it should be alright there actually, I think. And we'll stick that there. Oh, need a better way up. Wonder if I can just use the stairs. Should be capable. Now I think we can stick our stone slabs on. Yeah, as I said, this is a very, very fast construction, so it's not really too difficult to build if you're not an idiot like me. And now we can block that one over. We need this one open because this is where we stock up all the chickens. What I'm gonna do is I will put let's just double check. That should be right. Theoretically, that should be right. But what I'll do is I'll get some eggs and we can stock that up. Now, if you're decent enough, you can try and do it without hitting any of the chickens, but I'm not very good at it. I don't think hitting a chicken with an egg actually does too much damage to them, so shouldn't be too bad. Okay, so I've let this thing run for about half an hour, and it is working. There's not really that many chickens in there at the moment, so it only goes off every now and then, and it hasn't actually got any chickens in the main area yet. But basically, I've done a bit of quick math, and with the number that is supposedly in there, which I don't believe, if there's 45 in there, then we should get somewhere between 5 and 9 eggs. There you go, there's one there. 5 and 9 eggs a minute. And then, obviously, there's a whole lot of luck involved with it, but then that should amount to probably between 1 and 2 chickens a minute, which would be 1 or 2 fully cooked chickens once this is running. It's a long process. It'd be about 40 minutes to turn around just a chicken from the beginning of stocking it up to getting your first cooked chicken. But and we haven't got any yet, so hopefully there's not an issue with that. But I think it's just we haven't been lucky enough yet. Yeah, I mean, what I'll do is I'll keep an eye on this, make sure it's working properly, increase its efficiency, and then build a couple more. That should obviously not take a week. I could probably get that done today, and then depending on what time I've got, I'll look into what else I can put in here. So the next few things will be automatic farms for wheat and carrots and potatoes, which, if they're fully automatic, require villagers. And probably the best option with that is to build another villager breeder and use that as a faux village for the other villagers in the other farms to work with. But we'll see how that goes. I definitely want to get another breeder up here somewhere because the other one is so damn far away. And yeah, I guess we'll see how this courtyard expands, but it's looking pretty good so far. Well, there's nothing in here, but the concept of it is looking pretty good so far. And I will see all you guys next episode. There we go. We actually got some chickens. It's amazing. It's working. Hurrah!